these are the other supplements that I have right now. As you can see, or as you can, I guess, hear, kind of running empty right now. So basically, that's why I got restocked here. I'll be frank, if you're new to weightlifting, shouldn't really bother with a lot of these supplements. The only ones I can recommend are creatine and protein powder, really just for making sure that you get your macros in and you get enough protein to help you with recovery. Everything else is really just kind of filler. It's not really essential. It's not going to work any sort of magic on getting you the dream body that you want. So really just stick with eating good food and drinking lots of water. And then down the road, if you want protein powder, if you want creatine, get those. Everything else, yeah, not really necessary. So I'm actually going to do 1 scoop of the Amino Energy, and I'm going to do just a half scoop of this pre-workout. The reason I mix them is just so it goes down a little bit smoother, and then also 1 scoop of this is 150 milligrams of caffeine. But if I do half of this and 1 scoop of this, it's 125 milligrams of caffeine. So it's actually a little bit less if I combine these two the right way. I've been doing a full scoop of this. So that just kind of stretches it out and reduces my caffeine intake. So in this video, you'll see me making some food for the week. Right now I'm making some chicken and stew. The stew is a sauce known as obeata, which is a common Nigerian sauce. It's basically a red sauce that is made up of a combination of vegetables. Usually has a pepper and tomato base, and it's really delicious. I eat it all the time. I have this with rice or beans, and I'll usually cook it a couple times throughout the week. It's a great way to make chicken that isn't just a bunch of spices thrown together. This is something I grew up eating, and I've made some alterations to the recipe along the way so that I can throw it together quick and easy. And what's nice is that 90% of the sauce is vegetables. I'd say like 95% of this sauce is pure vegetable. So you can see that if you're trying to get some vegetables in, just turn that into a sauce and you're good to go.
So I wanted to use this video to share just a little bit into my journey with working out. I've always been in and out of the gym. I started first lifting weights in high school, but I never really stuck with it consistently until probably fall of September 2012, because it was something that you can do on your own. It had almost this like meditative effect on me. I don't know how to explain it, but I immediately just thought, well, why don't I just get back into lifting weights again? Because the little bit of time that I was doing it, I saw some progress, and it did have an effect on my physical and also my mental health. I noticed that I had more endorphins, and I was feeling generally in a better mood. But I just never had stuck with it for a long period of time. And on average, I would say I went 5, maybe 6 times a week for about 2 years straight. And so during that process, I saw a pretty significant change to my body. I'll throw up some pictures if I can find them through old Instagram posts and things like that. But overall, I definitely saw a change in my physique and in my strength. But I also made a lot of mistakes along the way. I didn't do nearly enough cardio, first and foremost. And really, cardio is your heart health, and your heart is a muscle. So before you focus on trying to get any of your muscles bigger, the number one muscle you should really be focused on is your heart. Because without that, you're in a lot of trouble. So I learned the hard way. I remember after about 2 years of lifting, and then some friends of mine were having a pickup basketball game, I could not run up and down the court. And that was something that was really shocking for me, because I had been, a star athlete in high school, and I'd always been athletic, so I didn't really have an understanding of what was going on until I realized, oh wait, it's actually been like at a minimum 18 months since I had done any sort of cardiovascular conditioning. So definitely make sure that no matter what your fitness goals are, that you do also make sure to incorporate a balance of not only strength, but some cardiovascular conditioning. Also things like flexibility and mobility are really important. So always take time to incorporate other aspects of fitness. Don't just put all your focus and attention on weights. Although weights can be definitely beneficial, make sure that they're also incorporated with other elements to keep you balanced and healthy, and just overall make sure that you have good health. Second thing that I would say has been really important in my fitness journey is investing in equipment when I needed it. So you'll often see a lot of times, influencers who are using certain kinds of accessories, using certain kinds of, even branded clothing. They might wear certain kinds of shoes, and there's lots of information on all of those and the benefits of them. Ultimately, if you're just getting started, get some shorts, get some t-shirts, get a nice pair of workout shoes or running shoes, something that is, again, cheap, reliable, and something that you can feel comfortable in. That's most important. And then the rest of it will fall into place where it needs to fall into place. If you think that you need to buy a ton of accessories right at the beginning, you're basically just spending money that you're probably not going to be utilizing for some time, because really all you should be focusing on for those first 6 months is really just understanding how the equipment works, understanding proper form, and understanding how to not hurt yourself. That should always be your top priority when you go into the gym is, I came into this place, how am I gonna come out of this place in one piece and not in any sort of bad situation where I can get hurt. So make sure that that's something that you also prioritize when you go into working out. Don't worry as much about how you look and what people are going to think about you. I would be a lot less concerned with that and just more concerned with, okay, let me make sure that I keep all my fingers and toes, and let me make sure that I don't break anything either from the gym equipment, which even if you break something of theirs, whatever, it probably has a warranty on it and they can get it replaced. We can't replace you. So make sure that you stay safe at all times. And if you're unsure on how something works, just ask questions. The staff, the gym owner, all the people that are training or that are trainers there, they'll have the information that you need. Don't be afraid to ask someone who looks like they're experienced and they know what they're doing. Hey, I have no idea how this cable thing works. Can you show me or demo it for me? Most people in the gym are usually pretty laid back and are open to helping someone that's new. Honestly, I get excited when I see new people in the gym who are just kind of starting out, because it's such a difficult thing to start if you are not coming from any experience, and it can be very intimidating. So I always want people to know that if they are, coming into this with fresh eyes and are not really sure where to start, that people are available to help you, and that shouldn't be something that makes you feel discouraged if you feel like you don't know what you're doing. None of us knew what we were doing when we started. None of us had a clue how this stuff worked either, and I'm letting you know now that a lot of us made a lot of mistakes. You just weren't there to see them when they happened. So yeah, just keep that in mind.